the sun from shining.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here with a caring Cancerian December horoscope. Thanks for joining me. Okay, well, it's going to be a really big month this month. I mean, we do have Christmas as well, but there's a lot of big influences. So there is a solar eclipse happening on the 3rd of the month. We also have Venus going retrograde on the 19th. Jupiter is changing houses and signs at the end of the month. And there's also a minor grand trine to start the month off. So you can see there's a lot of activity in the heavens, which is really going to affect all of us, in fact, but in different ways, of course. So I'm going to go through and explain some of those ways. But if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell. Okay, so first thing, I'll draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. I'll have a look at your horoscope in depth and I'll do a psychic channeling at the end, whatever comes out of my mouth. I have no idea. Let's go to the board now. Okay, so here's your horoscope and let's draw these cards first. So I like to draw 2 cards. The first card for the first half of the month. I'll go with that one. Closing my eyes. What do I see? Yes, so this could mean 2 things. There's a lot of snow on the ground here. So this could be for people in the northern hemisphere, particularly the US. It could also be quite symbolic. Okay, so not actual physical snow at your front door. But a sense of isolation or being sort of sealed off from the world. You know, you might be going through a time where you need a lot of privacy. Remember to keep yourself warm with affection, okay, and to love yourself is super important. The card that comes out is the 6 of Pentacles. This is about your money. You can see here she's paying people. People are asking her for money, and she's weighing up what she's going to pay and who she's going to pay it to. There's a set of scales here, can't quite see. Oh yeah, there's a set of scales, but it is hard to see them just there. But that's what she's doing, weighing up. This could be also your children asking you for money, and you might weigh it up and say, no, I don't think it's a good idea because they've been, you know, coming back and biting me so regularly they've got to stand on their own 2 feet or grow up or something like that. So it's not a clear-cut sort of situation where you're just going to pay somebody the money and be done with it. Well, it doesn't have to be like that. You have to weigh it up. Okay, so let's have a look at the second card. So money's on the cards. Oh, and of course December, of course, with Christmas. Yeah, money is a big deal. Okay, going with that one. Shades of blue and aqua in my face. Blue, the sky of mind. Thinking, the planet Mercury. And communications, ideas flashing across your, you know, the landscape of your mind very quickly. The card that comes up is the sun. Beautiful. Okay, so insight, awareness, comfort, security, and this is wonderful if you are experiencing winter at the moment, or if you're experiencing darker days where you feel alone or lonely. There are a lot of lonely people in the world. This sun in the second half of the month is a little bit of a boost, okay? Good meditation you can do is always to imagine the sun in the various parts of your body, and particularly the solar plexus or the heart chakra. That will help you a lot, you know, give you more vitality, okay? So awareness, insight and security coming to you. Okay, so now do bear those 2 cards in mind. Don't forget those. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger for you so you can see more easily what's going on as I talk about these things. These are the 4 things. The minor grand trine here. We have Mars in Scorpio in your 5th house. Brings very passionate sort of feelings. If I put my hand like that, you might see better. Very passionate feelings. You could be feeling quite ambitious, and you want to move forward in a relationship or a romance, flirtation, or perhaps it's about your creativity and you want to express that and create some things. Or your leisure and pleasure, your entertainment, you don't want anything to interfere with socializing or going out and having fun. And then we have Venus here in Capricorn in the 7th. Venus in Capricorn, it brings a real sort of physicality to love. And here in the 7th, your house of partnerships. So partnerships of all kinds, but it can be your spouse, your husband, someone you're living with. It can be a very close work colleague, or it can be a business partnership where there's money involved, okay? Venus loves money. She looks after money. She likes to spend it on luxury things. So, yeah, and sometimes that's okay. And then we have Neptune up here in Pisces in the 9th house, which is the house of the higher mind, spirituality. Okay, so that is beautiful. So it's almost like these three planets working together, and Neptune bringing the spiritual side, Venus the love and affection, and Mars the energy and activity. Okay, so that's beautiful. Jupiter moves into your 9th here, expanding your spiritual life, expanding your thought processes. Maybe you're thinking about studying something, or expanding your life through overseas connections, going to another country. Okay, with Jupiter, Jupiter there goes into Pisces on the 28th, so that brings another lot of sort of spiritual energy into the 9th house. We've got the solar eclipse in Sagittarius here on the 3rd. 6th house is about your everyday work. It's also your health, your well-being, and you might find that there's new beginnings in these areas. Something's like planting some seeds, and something happens, and there's a blossoming in your everyday habits, your work, or your health. I've already talked about Venus before, but it does go retrograde on the 19th. Things could slow down a bit then. The sort of passion goes off the boil a little bit, or there's a new way at looking at your relationship, and you're thinking about how this is going to work. If you want to change something in a relationship and you try to figure it out, Venus will help you. Okay, so further, on the 29th of November to the 3rd of December, Venus sextiles Neptune. This is beautiful. It's like you want to be surrounded with harmony and beauty and kindness. People could be very polite to you and very kind, and you'll also feel good if you can be of service to other people. That will make you happy. 30th of November to the 4th of December, Venus conjuncts Venus, giving you great desire for love and affection. There's a possibility of a new romance or a new friendship, okay? And you do have Mars there in that house of romance. So, yeah, if you're looking for that. If you're already in an established relationship, it can be rejuvenated now. If there's somebody you want to reach out to, now is a good time, because there could be some warm feelings between you, and it could be the start of something beautiful, okay? 3rd of December, solar eclipse in your 6th house here, which I mentioned before. Okay, you might put your feelings on hold while you attend to practical necessities and practical matters. It's really important to take care of your immediate responsibilities at work, and also to do with your health and well-being. You might be looking at new diet or fitness regime. Self-improvement is highlighted. Okay, so that's great. 2nd of December to the 6th of December, Venus sextiles Mars. Romance and flirtations are quite likely. You're feeling warm, expressive and lively. Loving feelings flow between you and the people you meet, especially the opposite sex. Friendships are strengthened now, and your creativity and desire to make something beautiful is stimulated. 5th to the 8th, Mars sextiles Pluto. You might consider a major revision in your ambitions. Okay, so you thought you were going along on a certain track. It's good to be flexible, because you can change your mind about something, or maybe you see it's just not working, something's not working properly, and so you can change, you can tweak what you're doing. So you reassess where you're going and why. And if you don't have a clear goal during this time, you're likely to get clearer and work out what you're supposed to do. There's an opportunity for you to do what you really want to do. 8th to the 15th of December, Venus conjuncts Pluto, stirring up deep emotions, and you become more intense in some way. Your feelings are quite compelling, and it's things like fears or insecurities or resentments that come up, and there's a compelling, urgent quality to these feelings. So maybe write it all down so you can get the edge off it, so you don't just sort of blurt it all out, you know, write it in a book or something. So, something that's going to be, you know, safe, that nobody else can find, or, you know, have a reading on absolute soul secrets, because our psychics are very confidential about everything they hear, and they hear everything under the sun, believe me. So the other point with this is that you could develop a very powerful attraction to someone who fascinates you. Okay, it's a great time to reveal your deepest feelings to people you can trust, or the psychics at Absolute Soul Secrets. 12th of December to the 24th of January 2022, Mars in your 6th house, giving you a ton of energy to go out into the world and accomplish things. Do watch out with Mars, can leave you being a bit impatient or perhaps a bit irritable. You see, the thing is with Mars, it gives you a lot of energy, but you know most people don't have a lot of energy. And so you might be all gung-ho to get something done, but they just don't have the resources, the same resources that you do. So they might think, you know, there's some impatience there on your part. So just watch that. You mightn't feel like being a team player, so it could be better if you worked on your own, if you can manage it. If you are exercising, do be careful that you don't go overboard and push yourself too hard. 13th of December to the 2nd of January, Mercury in your 7th house brings a lot of communications and ideas about your relationships, your important relationships. It's also legalities and open enemies. So it could be if you had a run-in with someone, or there's, you know, a problem, an issue, it could be at some point that is actually resolved. Somebody offers an olive branch. So with Mercury there, it just says a lot of communications are happening, and you might be able to negotiate some fairer agreement or resolve a problem. 3rd of December to the 24th of December, Saturn sextiles the Sun. This is great for working and achieving things with authority figures. They're likely to help you. You may receive some sort of recognition or promotion. You could sign an agreement which is of major importance. It's a very positive time. You dedicate yourself to worthwhile causes and meaningful work. Okay. 18th of December, the full moon is in your 12th house here, bringing things up from your subconscious here in the house of the goddess, which is very experiential. Sometimes a bit hard to sort of talk about, because it's more about feeling the feelings than actually talking. But you're likely to be feeling more sensitive than usual. You need privacy and solitude. And you might want to shield yourself away from the world for a couple of days. It's a great time for meditation, contemplation, and spiritual renewal. 21st to the 20th of January 2022, Sun in your 7th house is fabulous for partnerships, marriages, and those partnerships can be business or personal. And maybe you're compromising more, there's more harmony, more mutual benefit. Your emphasis is on we rather than me, and you don't wish to be alone most probably at this time. So after you get through the thing of the full moon, you might have had some time alone there, and then you're ready to go out into the world and deal with other people and deal with important, significant others. It's also a great time to get the advice of a counsellor or a consultant, or a good psychic. 24th of December to the 27th, Mars trines Chiron. You may feel very much in tune with your own inner energy and healing resources. There's something here that's had some sort of deep-seated wound or emotional longing or yearning that hasn't been fulfilled, and you're likely to be able to heal it at this time. And you can improve your health also under this influence. 25th of December to the 28th, Mars sextiles Saturn. This is great for giving you more self-discipline, for actually achieving stuff. Even if it's quite tedious, the work you have to do, you're likely to have the ability and the stamina in order to do it and achieve something very practical. 26th of December to the 29th of December, Mars conjuncts Sun. You get a burst of energy, you're more bold and assertive. Do watch for impatience and irritability, and also accidents. Be cautious. Don't rush into things, because Mars can cause you to rush, and that's when accidents happen, I know. If you get challenged, you're not going to accept that lying down, but try to compromise on small matters if you can. 24th of December to the 30th, Venus conjuncts Pluto. And there's deep emotions coming up within you. Could be some fears or jealousy or resentment or something like that. And you could also develop a powerful attraction to someone who fascinates you. If you can, reveal your deepest feelings to somebody that you trust, because that will take the edge off all of this energy. It'll be hard to handle just for one person. So yeah, if you know someone you can trust, it's not going to blurt it out. Confidentiality is super important. 24th to the 3rd of January 2022, Jupiter trines your ascendant, and this is great for you to express yourself confidently. You're likely to get approval or recognition from other people. You can promote your ideas and plans, the things that you believe in. And people will even provide you some support. It's also a good time for working with government agencies or large corporations, start a business, make a major career change. Legal matters of any kind will probably work out fortunately now. 27th to the 11th of May 2022. Okay, so Jupiter goes into your 9th house, and then at the end of the month, Jupiter is going into Pisces, and so this is really good for your spiritual life. You could be drawn to study spirituality, religion, metaphysics, or something like that. It's all about opening up new worlds for you. Some mind exploring studies might be on your agenda. You might be thinking about travel. There's strong connections overseas, and a journey may be on the agenda. 20th of December to the 8th of January 2022, Saturn sextiles Mercury, gives you excellent objectivity and concentration. There's a lot of communications, and you're especially good at that. You can be very articulate. You're very well organized, clearly structured, very matter of fact at the moment. Okay, so if there are any ambiguous or unclear communications with other people, you can clear it all up and resolve it by setting the record straight. There's going to be some sort of mutually clear understanding that takes place now. And people might even come to you to consult you too. So that might be beneficial. 21st of December to the 8th of January, Saturn squares Uranus. This has been around in and out this year and continues through 2022. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a difficult one. The square is a hard aspect, and you could feel frustrated, or like you're losing your enthusiasm because there's restrictions or limitations that we've been dealing with things this all through 2021 this year, and it's time to find new outlets for your creativity. If it doesn't work one way, try another way. It's not the time for reckless behavior, because you'll probably get caught. So you want to have everything above board. And unfortunately, it's almost like the things that excite you are the things that will also be frustrated, or blocked or challenged. But don't give up on the things that are really important to you. This is just for a time. It's a sort of a way for the universe to find out what you're really dead set keen on and what you could let go. So maybe you can let go of some things and keep the things that are very important to you. Okay, so that's your horoscope. I'm just going to close my eyes now and see what I can see for you, caring Cancerians, for the month of December 2021. What do I see? The big sun shining here in front of me like this. It's all about insight. Spirit wants you to find out stuff, even stuff about yourself, okay, and how you deal with different situations, in what circumstances. This is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. It's an alarm, and the bell is ringing like ding, 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 hitting this big round metal cylinder. This sort of little striker is hitting it, and I can hear it dinging. But the actual alarm itself, it's got 2 angel wings. And so the angels are there ringing the alarm to you, saying, hey, you've got to look at this, wake up, because this is really important. But that's on a spiritual level. On a physical level, don't be surprised if you find yourself hearing lots of alarms. Your smoke detector goes off, your car alarm goes off. You know, things like this. You might find these synchronicities to do with alarms. Okay, your alarm in your phone goes off, but you didn't even set it, and stuff like that, weird stuff. That is spirit. You know, that's a confirmation from spirit to tell you to wake up. You've got to look at something and get the insight and the awareness of, you know, what the situation is, because it's almost like you've got a blind side or a blind spot that you can't see. You know, when you drive and you go to change lane and you didn't see the car that's just behind you. So, you know, new cars, modern cars have alarm systems to tell you when somebody's in your blind spot. That's what spirit is trying to do, okay? The angels are in your blind spot, so they can see what's going on even if you can't. So do pay attention to that. Okay, anything else? The moon coming up. Here the eclipses might be particularly important to you for some reason. There's a solar eclipse at the beginning, at the 3rd of the month. And what did I say? It was in Sagittarius, I think I said. The solar eclipse. Yes, Sagittarius in your 7th house. So that's your relationships, basically, you know. So there could be some sort of alarm that goes there to do with your relationships, and things need to be changed, okay? So the solar eclipse is going to give you the insight on what you need to change. So that's really good. But you've got a pretty full-on busy month with lots of fabulous influences. So do enjoy your month, caring Cancerians. And if you're new watching this today, please hit that subscriber button and the notification bell. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful month, and I'll see you all again soon. Okay, thanks for that, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.